The alien invasion. It started with strange lights in the sky. People in the small town of Greenfield, USA, pointed and gawked as a fleet of spaceships descended upon their quiet community. The ships hovered above, casting long shadows across the streets and homes. At first, no one panicked. Everyone assumed it was some kind of military exercise or a prank gone wrong. But then, creatures emerged from the ships, tall, slender beings with long arms and large black eyes. They moved with an eerie grace, their movements seemingly choreographed. They fanned out across the town, their eyes scanning the streets and buildings. It was as if they were searching for something or someone. Panic set in as people realized that this was no drill. The creatures were armed with strange weapons that seemed to hum and glow. They moved with a purpose, their intentions clear, they were here to take over. Chaos erupted as people scrambled to find safety. Cars honked, sirens blared, and gunshots rang out. But the creatures were relentless, their weapons firing beams of energy that vaporized everything in their path. A small group of survivors banded together, determined to fight back. They'd barricaded themselves in the local high school, hoping to find a way to defeat the invaders. But as they peered out the windows, they realized that the creatures were not the only threat. A strange, pulsating energy field had enveloped the town, trapping everyone inside. It was as if the creatures had created a prison, and the survivors were the only ones who knew it. As the days passed, the survivors grew desperate. They scavenged for food and supplies, but the creatures seemed to be everywhere, always watching. It was like they were waiting for something or someone. One night, a strange glow emanated from the energy field. It pulsed and grew brighter until a figure materialized in the center of town. It was a human, or at least, it looked like one. But as the survivors watched in horror, the figure began to change. Its body contorted and stretched, its skin turning a sickly shade of green. It was as if the creatures had created a hybrid, a being that was both human and alien. The hybrid spoke in a voice that was both familiar and strange, its words echoing in the survivors' minds. "We are the future," it said, "and you are the past." As the survivors watched in terror, the hybrid began to change again. Its body began to stretch and contort, its limbs elongating and twisting. It was as if it was becoming something new, something that defied human comprehension. And then it vanished. The energy field dissipated and the creatures disappeared. The survivors emerged from their hiding places, blinking in the bright sunlight. They looked around, wondering what had happened and what would happen next. As they surveyed the damage, they realized that the invasion was not the end. It was just the beginning. The aliens had left behind a gift, a strange, glowing artifact that pulsed with an otherworldly energy. It was as if they had left a message, a warning that they would return. And next time, they would not be so easy to defeat. The survivors knew that they had to find a way to harness the power of the artifact to use it against the invaders. But as they gazed at the glowing object, they knew that they were in over their heads. They were fighting against an enemy that was beyond human comprehension, an enemy that had technology and powers that defied explanation. The alien invasion was just the beginning. The real battle was yet to come.